Hello everyone, Athena Artiste, crossing fingers, we're back here with you with the start of another Banished series. And while I was off for that extended period of time with hardware issues and so forth, when I got my good laptop back, I decided that I wasn't going to try to play with the Mega Mod because, well, I wasn't sure if my save games were uncorrupted. I've gotten some of them to load, but I'm not sure which ones are which and where I left off with that. And I decided out while I was off, I was investigating. There was this mod that I was reading about and looking at, which is called The North by Tom Sawyer. And this is a mod that sounded very intriguing to me for someone who likes to play on a more challenging setting, because what I found is I could do a startup with my usual harsh settings in what they call a survivor mode, which means I have just two families with whatever children it is that they have, but absolutely no tools, no clothing, no storage, nothing. It's extremely difficult to get a viable start with this. And yes, I have put in a large number of other mods simply to give me enough choices and stuff so that I can get a startup, hopefully a viable startup. So let's look at our map here real quick. And you could see that we've spawned here sort of in the middle. We've got a very large lakeland area that wraps around here, but also, yes, a fair amount of wooded area. So we are going to be able to do some crop production. It's not like we're extremely limited, but then we don't have a lot. So we're going to be doing still a fair amount of, well, that is when we get to that point where we can, and I may even put in like the jade and the marble quarry and things like that from the black liquid team, so as to give me more options for things that I can produce and do to use as trade items. But I wanted to get a viable start here first because I found, yes, the production cycle in that is quite different in this. For example, one of the things I noticed quite a while, because remember, we do not have any storage sort of things. If I had selected, if I put my very first, like I normally do, is put a stockpile down where there's some sort of wood or trees or things like that that I can grab, and they would go into the stockpile as they create it. But if there's a food item of some sort in that area, which there could be because it is rather difficult to tell at this point, they'll never finish the stockpile because they don't have any place to take that food item to, because there's no storage built, and they can't build storage because all the wood and everything has to go into the stockpile first before it can be put into something to build it. So the answer to that dilemma is to build my stockpile, at least my first one, out here on this bare ground area where there's nothing at all. So this stockpile is immediately available for them to put things into, so at least I can get my wood and whatever other sort of items that go into the stockpile. They're going to be able to go in there without any trouble. But because they don't have any tools, of course, they're whacking at things with stones and sticks and things, and everything's going to take a lot longer to do. Now, I need them to get some firewood going very quickly, so we're going to set up one of the very first things. We're going to put in one of these little chopping blocks. I know it looks like it may be done, but no, they have to bring, I think it's a piece of wood or two or something over there to finish it. And we're going to build a tent as our first shelter type. And this one, again, as you could see, uses very little wood, but that way I've got everything that all I need is wood to get things launched. Now, I'm going to put two people on, no, one person on as a builder. And what I'm going to do also is I will set up one person, because see, now this is another option we have here with this. This is well, I guess you could call it a hunting site. I designate this, when I drop this down, I immediately get a hunting site Now, I know it has that small little blue circle there, but they actually do hunting over a slightly larger area than that blue circle, but not by very much. But I wanted to get it out here, and by putting it in on bare ground, I got it immediately available for me to put someone to work there. But by putting it there, they should be able to get these grouse and the reindeer and everything that are going to be wandering through. But then all that food is going to be sitting on the ground because there's no storage. So obviously, and to get storage, I have to first of all keep them from freezing. So our first task, well, that's the other thing I want to do, is I want to look and see if there are any, well, there's a little bit, I see just a tiny bit of firewood that's right on the ground. I wondered if there was some. But what we're going to do is get them to build this little chopping block, if you will, first, so that way there we go. I got to get somebody to work on making us firewood as fast as I can, because it isn't going to take them that long to build this little tent, and I need them to have firewood available as rapidly as possible. Now, looks like we got some firewood. Wonderful. Crossing fingers, but they're already getting cold. Come on, build that hot tent. And how many? We lost and we lost everybody but one person. Oh, darn it. Okay, I'm gonna reload and try again. Okay. We're gonna start this up again. I'm gonna keep trying. Eventually I'm gonna get a successful start. I hope. So, let's look for some firewood first. So that idea seems to be working pretty well, having them gather just a bit. And we're gonna grab just a little bit of wood here for right now. We're gonna put in our stockpile. Right there. I am going to put in the hunter, because the hunter seems to find a lot more food very quickly for us, even early on. Okay, so now we need our little chopping block. There we go. And we need our tent house. There we go. And we're going to kick our speed up. And I do still want them to build that chopping block first. And I need one person on right now as a builder. So there. Now we can put someone to work making us firewood. And let's go ahead and get this house built now. Or tent, rather, I should say. And let's put 2 people on as builders. Get this done very quickly. Okay. Stage 1 is complete. Now we need to build a little storage barn, which I'm going to put right there. And I'm going to put one other person on as fishing. And I think I'll put the fishing, well, let's try over here in this spot. There we go. Now, put that on as priority, and hopefully we're going to get some people to put some... There, now we've got 2 people available. Let's get that barn built. Come on, where's my builders? There. Now hopefully I've got a viable start. And it looks like they've got some food over in here. Wonderful. And it looks like we've got our viable start, finally. Okay, so now what do we do? Well, what I want to do first is build a better hunting area thing. So, I know that eventually I'm going to have to put my mine down in here because this is the closest mountain that's accessible. So let's put in that, but we aren't going to be building it just now. We're going to put that right there. So now that I have that sited, I'm going to put in a forested area right into here. And I think what I'm going to do is we're going to use this little forester. We'll put him in here. I don't want to go all the way up to the top. I want to put that... Okay, there's the forester, which I'm not sure if we're going to build just yet. But there that is. We're going to put in a hunter. That one we are going to build right directly opposite. And then we're going to put in a gatherer right next to that. And then an herbalist right in there. Now the herbalist I don't want to build just yet. So let's get this hunter and gatherer built. And I do need to put in... Oh, wait a minute. I do need to put in a bigger shed. So let's put in a road. Let's see. Okay, this looks like it's the spot between those two. So we could come out this way with our road. Not that I'm going to let them build it, because they're whacking at everything with stones and sticks at this point. But I am going to put in a bigger stockpile right there, and I'm going to put in a bigger storage shed right there, and eventually I will probably take that little stockpile out. So let's build those first. Oh, and I want to take that road out before I forget. I don't want... I mean, as long as it takes them to do everything right now without tools, can you just imagine them trying to build a road without tools? Okay. Now let's get this bigger shed built. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna take this one out. So that and I do need to cut more wood. So let's grab a bunch more wood over here. And I am going to have to get a little bit of stone so I could start building some better quality. We don't have any firewood left? Well, they're chopping away. They've almost got our gatherer done. So we're going to put one person on there. Let's get this hunter done. And then I could start building some better quality, well, I can do at this point, houses that'll be warmer, and try to get something done so far as building, well, come on. We're almost done with the hunter. And it's getting to be winter, and they're getting cold again. And I think what I'm going to do is build a different herbalist type. Well, which one? That's the herbalist right there. We're going to put in a different one there for that. Now almost done with the hunter. There. Now let's take this one out. And our hunter should find now that they can hunt over a much larger area. Now what I'm going to build is, well, first of all, where's the herbalist itself? Oh, he rearranged things on me, darn it. Yes, there was an update for this. So now I have to figure out where he put things again. Now where was the, that's the herbalist's cabin. Is this just... Well, he had it as separate ones. I kind of liked that. Well, maybe I was alone in that idea. So I guess I'm going to go back to this one then. We'll just put that one back in. But again, I don't know if I'm going to build that just yet. So let's get some sort of better housing. Now, how much stone have we got? We have 6. So let's have them gather us some more stone. Take that person off of being builder. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one. We're going to put 1, 2, and 3 in. We will build these though one at a time. There we go. And they're getting cold because our little wood chopper isn't being very efficient. Now, can I build that one that I did find? Let's see. It's not in there. I guess I can build it right away. So let's go ahead and build that next. That's going to use quite a bit of wood, though. That was a big old herd of reindeer running through there. I wonder how much our hunter's going to get of those. We've actually gotten some tallow. That's interesting. Mayor had just gotten used to the way he had everything arranged and laid out, and now he's, because of that update, I'm going to have to figure things out all over again. But oh well, we did get a viable start. Let's get this windmill up and running. Remember, they're still running around with ragged clothing and no tools. Actually, they're closer to getting this house done. Let's get this other house done. Put a hold on this one. I almost got enough wood there for that one. There we go. Let's put our 2 builders on to work on building that one house. That should get at least some of our still homeless people out of the cold. Start on the one next to us. Oh, they are catching up with the fuel. But we're running low on food. So sorry, let's put one more person on that hunter. Where's that hunter? There we go. Okay, there we've got one house built now. And we only got 2 people moved in there. So what is it we need? Looks like we need some more stone. Let's grab the stone. Well, it's right there. Let's grab that. Take you off of being builder right now. Okay, looks like that's going to give us enough stone. Yes. So now what we need is the wood. Let's get the wood, folks. Now, wait a minute, I want to cancel that removal. Let's focus in on getting that wood chopped. Oh, and we lost somebody in childbirth. They're doing quite well insofar as collecting food. And see, they're picking up the loose firewood for us. But now I don't have anyone available. Well, I guess it's going to be this person here. Let's take you off of there for now. I did want to get this other house built. We've got enough stone. I don't have anyone acting as a forester yet, do I? That's a big problem. So actually, rather than the windmill, let's get the forester built. And health is starting to go down, so I've got to do that herbalist quite soon. Put a pause on the house. Let's get the forester built. Almost enough wood for that. And I really can't take anyone off of food production. Well, I'm going to have to stop recording here at this point because it's taken me so long to get a viable start to this point. So I'm going to stop here at this point and save my game. So thanks everyone for watching. We'll pick this up again in our next episode. Bye for now.